Hello dear students, welcome to the course of Database Management System. Today we are going to learn about data warehousing. The outline is given here, that evolution of data warehouse, characteristics of data warehouse, architecture, components, conceptual model, data mart in the data warehouse, benefits and limitations of data warehouse, online analytical processing that we will going to learn. So the introduction definition of data warehouse. Data warehousing is the process of constructing and using data warehouse. Data warehouse is constructed by integrating or collecting the data from multiple heterogeneous sources that support analytical reporting, structured or ad hoc queries and decision making. So integrating data means collecting data together at one place. Multiple heterogeneous sources. For example, we have various apps or web applications. Organization may collect data from Facebook, WhatsApp and Instagram together and making their decisions by using such data. Before making decisions, analytical processing need to do on that data. The data may be structured or unstructured. By doing such analysis, organization is taking the decisions about their future product, that what will be the outcomes or objective of this analysis. This is called as a data warehouse, that integration of multiple heterogeneous sources information. Data warehouse synonyms, or we can say data warehouse is also called as a decision support system. As a organizations, small scale industries or large scale industries like Amazon, Flipkart, Twitter, Facebook, all these are organizations having their own decision support system, or other manufacturing companies like Tata, Reliance. We may say executive information system. As an input, we are collecting raw data and we are getting meaningful information as output by doing the analysis on such data. One can say it is management information system, because large data we have to manage and the output will be as information. We'll say the business intelligence solution, need to sustain a business into the competition. One can say it is a business intelligence solution. The other name is analytical application, because on the data the analysis will be done and meaningful information will get out from that. That how much sale is there, how much purchase is there, how many customers are there. So one organization can do such trends to find out the trends of customers. Last one is data warehouse. So data warehouse having these synonyms. Evolution or history of data warehousing. Early in 1960s there were traditional file system. In that 1960s, Dartmouth and General Mills had joint research product. They have developed terms dimension and facts. Dimension means a descriptive information, a collection of descriptive information, a collection of reference information about the measurable event. You may say that descriptive entry in a database, while fact is called as a quantitative terms, that is measurable term, such as how much earning is there, how much profit is there, how much margin is there, what is the amount of sale of the product by the organization has done. So in data warehouse, these two dimension and facts are important terms. Then in 1970, Nielsen and IRI introduced dimensional data marts for retail sales. So dimensional data marts, they are giving the meaningful information to the organizations in terms of department wise, what is a sale, what is a purchase, marketing. One can say nowadays we have online purchasing, Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal. They are also doing dimensional data marketing, that they are having meaningful information. What is the customer feedback? What is the trend going on? Which equipment are sell most? How much sales has been done for which product? Then in 1983, Teradata Corporation introduced database management system, that is relational database management system, RDBMS, which is specially designed for the decision support. That decision support means take the decisions about the future, about the product. Data warehousing started in late 1980s when IBM worker Paul Murphy and Barry Devlin developed the business data warehouse. However, real work is done by or concept was given by the Inmon Bill. He was considered as a father of data warehouse. He had written variety of topics about the data warehouse building, how to implement the data warehouse, the usage of data warehouse, and maintenance of the data warehouse. And he has also written about the corporate information fact. So stages of a data warehouse or evaluation of data warehouse to the organization. Initially, organizations were using offline operational database. In this stage, data is just copied from operational system into the another server. Here, operational system means which include the day-to-day transactions or day-to-day work, whatever work is done, that data will include in the operational system. That day-to-day work will get transferred to the another server. So in this way, loading, processing and reporting of the copied data do not impact on a relational system performance. If operational data, if from day-to-day activities, the operational system we are transferring data to the another server, and over there that companies are doing loading, processing and reporting, then the operational system will avoid the burden and it will work efficiently. So the operational system performance will remain same because the analysis will not done by on that operational system. Day to day companies are not doing operations or analytics or analysis of the day to day activities. Initially they are transferring data and then on that data they are doing the analysis on the data. Offline data warehouse. Data in the data warehouse regularly updated from operational database. So here we have two concepts. One is data warehouse. Second is operational database. Operational database means day-to-day transactions going on or day-to-day work is going on. Insert, delete, update operation is also going on. We are not using that operational database, but it is transferring to the data warehouse. That is called as regular update. The time frame is given to transfer the data, operational data from operational database to the data warehouse. In this way, the data in data warehouse is mapped and transformed to meet the data warehouse objective. So data warehouse objective is nothing but to make the decisions, view the output as a meaningful information in real-time data warehouse. In this stage, how data will be transferred from operational system to the data warehouse? You have to remember only two things: data warehouse and operational system. So when to transfer the data from operational system to data warehouse, that is data are updated whenever any transaction take place in the operational database. For example, here airline and railway booking system means in airline or railway booking system, day-to-day transactions going on, bookings about the train station, and middle of that time there will be another data warehouse. This data will get transferred from day-to-day transactions to the data warehouse. When the evaluation goes to up to integrated data warehouse, in this stage data warehouse are updated continuously when the operational system perform the transaction. So immediately data warehouse get loaded with the information or raw data transferred by the operational. So here data warehouse then generate the transactions which are passed back to the operational system. So why this generated transaction which are passed back to the operational system? Because it is used in the daily activities of the organization. For a use in the daily activity of the organization, characteristics of data warehouse, there are 4 characteristics. One is subject oriented, integrated, time variant and non-volatile. Subject oriented means it is a theme oriented, that it delivers the information about the theme. For example, how much sales is done by the organization, how many customers are involved, what is a loan for bank, what is a savings in the bank. All this stuff is maintained as called as a theme instead of organization's current operations. These themes can be sales, distribution or marketing. We may consider the railway reservation example, that which station is really busy throughout the year, which train number or which train is really busy, that kind of the train number, station number, these are called as themes. Or a route, this is one example of the thing, that which route is really busy, as that subject oriented, it deliver the information about the theme instead of the organization's current operation. Then next is integrated. Integration means the founding shared entity to a scale all the similar data from the different databases. The data warehouse is built by the integrating data from various sources of data such that mainframe means large data or relational databases. For example, in our college, there is a student section who is gathering data about the student. The integrated information or data of all students of all branches, and they are finding the meaningful information after gathering such data, that how many students of there of which categories and how much scholarship is there. With this integration, someone may find the number of scholarships coming. Let us consider another example, that YouTube having different applications, their own MP3 applications, video applications, and they are collecting data from their users, and they are doing analysis on that. Similarly, Amazon having their own music app, own video cinema app, own selling purchasing app. So all these apps are under coming one organizations, and from that sources they are getting data, raw data, and they are making meaningful information, finding the suitable decisions. Time variant in this data maintained via different intervals of the time, let us say weekly, monthly, annually. It founds various time limit which are structured between large data set and are held in the online transaction process. So online transaction process or this operational system, they are transferring data to the data warehouse on time basis, called as a time variant. Non-volatile, it means that data will not get erased or deleted when new data is inserted into the data warehouse. So data warehouse will never delete its data or erase data. It will remain same throughout the history or past decades. Because of that, they will find out the trends. It includes the mammoth quantity of data, that is huge data, and that is inserted into modification between the selected quantity on logical business. So data warehouse data is non-volatile because one can predict the things by using the history. For example, in cricket, if there is a past data of decades, if India are going to win the World Cup, that one can predict that which team is going to win World Cup in the football. So it is just because depend upon the history pattern, and this history pattern is useful to predict about the objects. So the component of data warehouse, first one is load manager, warehouse manager, query manager, end user access tool. So load manager is performing important role, is also called as a front component. It performs with all the operations associated with extraction, load into the data warehouse. These operations also include the transformation to prepare the data for entering into the data warehouse. So load manager performing three duties. One is called as extraction, second is called as transformation, and third is called as loading. Extract information from the OLTP or operational system in which day-to-day activities are going on, day-to-day transactions are going on. This information need to transfer to the data warehouse. So when transferring, the extraction need to be done, and after extracting the data, transformation is required. Transformation need to convert one data into the suitable format. For example, someone may writing dates into the different format, and it is required into different format. For example, first of all writing date, then month and year. There is another format, year, month and date. So that conversion is required. That is load manager performing such transformation of the data and loading data into the data warehouse. So we will see that how the transformation is done, how the extraction is done, and how the loading is done into the data warehouse. So OLTP stand for online transaction processing, which will be separate unit. It is not involved in the data warehouse. This unit is involved with each and every industry or organization to fulfill the day-to-day activities, and then the data will get transferred from this OLTP to the data warehouse. OLTP is nothing but our day-to-day operational system. Warehouse manager performs the operations associated with the management of data in the data warehouse. It performs operation like analysis of the data, ensure the consistency, creation of indexes and views, generation of denormalization and aggregation, transformation, merging of source data, and achieving and backing up the data. So these are the roles of warehouse manager. So consistency means maintain the correct data, that value should not be get changed of one place to another place. Creation of indexes required to search particular pattern in efficient way, search information in efficient way. It will not get long time to search anything in the data. That's why creation of indexes are required. Views means show the particular portions of data of the data warehouse. Generation of denormalization. Data may get normalized, maybe into the structure form, required to make it into the unstructured form. Aggregations, that values need to produce about the certain pattern. Transformation, merging of the source. Data is coming from different sources that need to be merged. And backup, last one role of warehouse manager. Here query manager is another important component. Query manager is also known as a back-end component where data gets stored and it performs all the operations related to the management, the user queries. User are here high authority of the organizations, higher authority of the organization. It may be CEO, manager. They will ask query to the database to find out the particular pattern and they are going to make decision according to that. So the operation of this data warehouse components are direct queries. They will ask queries to the database and find out the suitable information. Then this query manager will do the appropriate table for scheduling the execution of the queries. End user access tools. This categories into 5 groups. Data reporting, that is output need to be shown to the users. Query tools, application development tools, EIS tools, online analytical processing tools, and data mining tools. These are the end user tools required to access the data from the data warehouse. Remember the difference between OLTP and OLAP. OLTP is a day-to-day transactions activity involved in the OLTP, online transaction processing, and from this data will transfer to the OLAP. OLAP is also called as synonyms to the data warehouse. OLAP means also it is data warehouse. Online analytical processing will be done on the data warehouse. For that, these tools are going to use. So the end user for the OLAP will be the higher authority of the organizations, maybe CEO of the company or manager of the companies. In case of OLTP, end user will be, that is low level employee of in the middle level or low level employee of the organization, maybe clerk or any employee that is going to do the day-to-day transaction. Let us consider here a railway reservation example. OLTP means the booking is done by the employee of the railway for the passenger, but OLAP end user will be the higher authority in the railway system. They are making decision about the railway route, that whether need to sanction the route for particular railway or not. That decision will be taken by the OLAP end users. So thank you very much. Next time we will learn data warehouse architecture.